rookie phenom Justin Herbert has had an historic start to his NFL campaign. He was named the Offensive Rookie of the Month for November, with 11 passing touchdowns, over 1,400 passing yards, and 3 games with 300+ yards. The Oregon product has proven to NFL scouts that he clearly belongs in pro football. But how did he become one of the strongest rookie quarterbacks of this season? In this video, we'll look at his college career as well as his combine debut to assess how Justin Herbert became such a strong rookie quarterback. The first route we'll be looking at is a slant at the combine. From this throw, you can see that it's way too low, and the main reason is Herbert's form. As he drops back, you can see his arm come clearly down to the ball. What we want out of Herbert is for his arm to come across his body, but you can see right here that his elbow gets way too high and he comes down on the ball, making the receiver have to go down and make a tough catch. In this next clip, however, he puts it dead on the money with clear power. As he drops back, you can see his arm cock up and move to the side. He finishes across his body and his wrist flicks. You can see the finish, it's perfect. Next, we're going to look at the deep ball. In this clip, you can see Herbert drop back and nail his receiver right in the money. Now what's key to this throw is his drop back. Here he steps in and finishes high. The high-arcing ball drops into his receiver's hand and doesn't even make him stop his route.
Looks like he's just flicking his wrist, Kurt. It looks effortless.
Here you can hear the commentators talking about a technique used by up-and-coming quarterbacks. The flick, as they call it, allows him to drop in the pass to his receiver. This route, up, in, and out, is one of the hardest throws for quarterbacks to make. But what allows Herbert to make such a successful throw here is his step back and opening up his hips at the outside. Here he swings his body and allows his shoulder to be in line with his receiver.
Pump fake on 2nd and 7, pressure, buying time, and now we'll loop the ball for the end zone. A risky jump ball.
This matchup against number 16 ranked Auburn gives us some insight into Herbert's transition to the NFL. Herbert's athletic 6'6" build allows him to evade his defenders and make a throw in the back of the end zone. While this is an amazing play, it's hard to believe that Herbert would be able to preserve this sort of elusiveness in the NFL against bigger and stronger defenders. Despite that, Herbert's ability to escape a collapsing pocket, make a throw off his back foot to an offender on the other side of the field is remarkable.
Blitz picked up to the outside, it's caught, touchdown Oregon.
This clip showcases 2 of Herbert's best skills. The first is his ability to point his body in the direction of his receiver. This allows him to use his momentum to throw the ball rather than his arm strength and place the ball in a more accurate location. The second is his ability to fit the ball in between 2 tight spaces, in this case, his defender and the sideline.
Herbert under pressure, escapes. Herbert for the end zone, touchdown Oregon.
In this clip, footwork is everything. Not only does Herbert use his feet to avoid the oncoming defenders, but he manages to make a throw to his receiver without setting his feet. A skill that young quarterbacks, such as 2019 Rookie of the Year Kyler Murray, are using to generate offense and baffle defenders.
Johnson, a junior out of Chandler, Arizona, play fake and another strike thrown by Herbert. Jalen Red goes into the end zone with a...
For this play, we go back to the slant. Herbert's quick pull of the play action gives him the opportunity to set his feet and deliver a strike to the receiver as he comes out of the route. This decisiveness, followed by the quick whip of his arm, allows him to strike the receiver in a position where he can work with the open field, make a defender miss, and eventually score the touchdown.
Jalen Red goes into the end zone with
The
a...
ability, I think, to transition the football and flick the football almost like a baseball is, some of those young guys are spinning the ball so good.
I think flicking the wrist is everything, Some people say you got to flick the booger off your finger, so it's one of those things that you got to really wrist it, and I think that helps the deep ball as well when you're really flicking your wrist and letting it ride.
Here comes the reverse, they're going to pitch it back to Herbert, and he's taking a shot, going for Johnson.
In the previous clip, you hear 3-time MVP winning quarterback Tom Brady and 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback Russell Wilson talking about the flick technique that we mentioned earlier in the video. On this flea flicker play, Herbert sits back and surveys the field. Once he sees his receiver is open, he flicks his wrist and drops the ball in, letting his receiver do the rest. As the 6th overall pick to the Los Angeles Chargers, Herbert still has a lot of work left to do to prove he's an NFL star. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.